Hey everyone. So in today's video, we're talking about focusing on your multiple ideas. So first of all, hi, my name is Adriana-Morena and I'm the founder of the Human Branding Society. This is a space for multi-passionate ADHD entrepreneurs who are looking for a place of accountability, of focus, finally finishing the projects, and building a successful personal brand. So, first of all, I have to check if everything is running well. Yeah, beautiful. So we're going live on Instagram as well. Beautiful. Okay. So today, first of all, I have a dry mouth. Don't wonder. I have to drink a lot while talking. First of all, I would like to talk about the human branding. Whoopsie doopsie. Okay, we are live on YouTube. Okay, that's new to me. So, okay, so we want to talk about focusing. So first of all, let me show you the Human Branding Society. This is basically the space. We are now at, I think you can't see. Let me show you. Hi. So let me show you what I'm actually talking about. So 7 days ago, I've created this space. Let me know if you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, you can see it. Perfect. I created this place 7 days ago, and we are already 61 members, which is amazing. This is, yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm so excited for this to become a place of action taking. The problem is with my members and multi-passionates and ADHD entrepreneurs is that it's hard to sometimes see clear and in all the ideas. Yeah, it's an overwhelm of 1,000 ideas, and every idea seems to be good and perfect for this moment. And shiny object syndrome, you're working on a project and something else seems to be better, or you have perfectionism that is kicking in. You're currently working on a project, and things are getting quite easily overwhelming my business. So I created this place in order for you to, streamline your ideas. So let me share again. So there we go. So we have the community, of course, a lot of posts. I'm posting every day. We have the classroom, which is here. Specifically cool is here, the micro daily do's. This is where I'm posting every day a micro to do that you can do every day. You can always come back and you can, let me upgrade my Instagram. And we have for everything. And I'm posting every day just for you to be clear in your next steps. We have the onboarding here, the Notion Navigator Nook. We're working a lot with Notion and a lot of Notion templates, a lot of Notion planners. So you'll find this here. I'm not going through everything right now. What I actually want to talk about is how you can take all the ideas and hold the whole scatterness in your head and decide on something. So this is the reason I created the Focus Finder. And I originally created Focus Finder for myself because I was starting my business and I was like, what the heck? I have so many ideas. I have so many niches I could, dive into. After studying fashion design, I was like, okay, I want to start my business now. What am I doing? And I had all these ideas, and I pretty fast started my first membership. And with membership, you have to create a lot of content, right? And so I was like, what am I executing on now? What is now important? And so I was very frustrated and overwhelmed, and I called myself a multi-passionate, not knowing that I had ADHD. I got diagnosed in 2023, self-diagnosed in 2022, sorry. And so I called myself multi-passionate. I'm like, obviously I'm multi-passionate. I'm loving all those things. But in fact, there is the only one solution. And this is what I also found with my clients. So I worked since then I worked with multi-passionates, aka ADHD. They're not diagnosed. A lot of people are not diagnosed. And so it's something I'm doing for 4 years now, working one-on-one with multi-passionates. And I gave them this template and they absolutely loved it. In fact, I'm using this template today still because it gives my head. So let me get into it and share what this actually is I'm talking about. Okay. So this is the focus finder. It's a Notion template, as I said, and this is for you to have a space of all the ideas that are scattered around. But not only that, it's to evaluate the idea that makes the most sense right now. And this is the issue where a lot of us are struggling with, understanding what the priority right now, like what is something that I should do now and what is something I can do next. The thing here is not to focus on one thing. This is not what you have to do. You can do multiple things, but it's to do those things in a logical order, in an order that makes sense strategically for your business in order to grow your brand. If you would continuously work on all those projects and you will never finish them, you will circle around and you can never really find the next step into growing your personal brand. So that's why I've created this. So let me introduce you to the idea collection, because I don't know, I just love it so much. It's super simple, but at the same time gives you so much clarity and structure. Okay, so let me guide you through. So first of all, you have a video here where I explain all of this. And this is the table. It looks super simple, but let me explain. So here in this little toggle, you can untoggle this. You will find an explanation. Let me see. Okay. So first of all, we have the first one, which is the idea name. Easy, right? You have an idea, you write it out. So if you want, you can also give me an idea or something like that in the comments, and I would use this and show you an example of how it could look like. But let me say, which niche could we take? Maybe web design? Maybe you're a web designer. So first of all, let me guide you through. So we have the ideas, the name, you just say it, like for instance, website template, creating a website template. Then we have the description. This is where you could give it a little bit more context. What is this about? Next, we have the category, right? Here, this could now be like, let's say, I know a lot of my people are in different areas, like in health, in something creative, and then in something super, I don't know, finance, for instance. So there's always a couple of topics heading around, and this can be now product ideas, and those can be also niche ideas. It can be offer ideas or content for your membership or whatever. Like whatever idea you have, you can evaluate it here. So next we have a description category. We have the passion score. So, oh yeah, first category. So what you can do is you can create tags. I absolutely love that. And I will show you later why and how you can take the most out of this. So category is, giving it a category. Next is the passion score. You can scale it from 1 to 10, when 1 is the lowest and 10 is the highest of excitement that you feel. Like, how passionate are you about this idea? The next would be the skill score from 1 to 10. How high are your skills? And then the demand of score. Just go with your gut. Yeah, don't overthink it. You don't have to create an entire market analysis for this. You can, but you don't have to, because this would distract you again and would give you 1,000 ideas again. It's also to cut out the noise a bit. So yeah, demand score, and then we have the final score. So let me show you. So let's say you want to create a website template. First of all, let me check if anyone has commented anything to. Nope. Okay, that's fine. So the website template. Now we have a description. So I can now ideate a little bit and brainstorm. So let's say the website template is maybe a Wix website template, and it has six sub pages. I would also offer maybe some Canva templates, for designing things and making things beautiful, making it more custom. And maybe I could add a tutorial to make this thing a little bit more, easy to use and clear. Next, we can add a category. So now we can say design. And if I type it in here, I can press in here and I can say create, and it would create a tag, which later gives us amazing, like if you will think this through right away, you later don't have, I would right away use this. If you already have like certain categories where your ideas fall under, I would definitely take use out of the tags, because you later can create a big database of all your ideas, and you can come back weeks, months, years later to this, and it could optimize or refine your current offer, for instance. So because you can revisit and you can store them or archive them here as well. So let's say we have design, but I would like to be a bit more specific. So let's say we say website, and maybe we can add another tag, which could be template. We could also say, digital products or something like that. Now you see we have here those 3 tags. You can also, change the position of them in case there's something that you use the most. You can change the color, and you can delete them as well. So pressing in here. Now let's say is a passion score. So I've created a website template before, and the passion was not as high as designing my own website, but it's I would say I would give it a solid 5. And now you see that here the end score is going up, which is pretty cool. So next, we have the skill score. So since I'm a UX UI designer as well, I would give it a 10. I do have the skills. And now let's say we need a demand score. Now, with my gut feeling, I don't think anyone needs another website templates. A lot of tools, in fact, come with website templates. But what the issue is with people is that they don't know if the website template at the end is actually really making sense if after they customize it for their own business. So what would make this even more demanding would be me adding maybe a live feedback or an audit, or maybe the client can submit the link and I would review it, or I jump on a call, or I offer optimization or something. Maybe you don't want to design the whole website. You just say, you know what, you get the template, you get some tutorials on how to do it, and then after I would update or optimize what you have created, and out of not creating something entirely new, but you just take what is already out there. So next would be the demand score, and in this area we would take because this is not as customized and not so much of feedback they get, I would give this demand, it's maybe, with this kind of thing, I would give it a 2, honestly. So you see how this is growing. And so we have a 5.6 out of 10. Now let me do another one. Now let's say we do a brand design template. Or let's say a brand audit, brand design audit. Yeah, maybe you have the idea, oh, I could offer one-on-one audit, or, you know, auditing things and then sending the PDF or something. So let's say this could be an audit, maybe sheet, you know, maybe with a video where I explain things. Maybe it's not one-on-one, but this is basically what it would be. Okay, so category would be here. It's not, yeah, it's somehow the design because it also falls in place, but we could say maybe brand or branding or whatever. So you can enter whatever you want. And then we would have a passion score. For this one, I would give it a solid 10. I would love that. In fact, it's also something I'm considering doing for my members and the Human Branding Society. We have the skill score, or not considering, sorry, we're actually having an audit. So let me show you. Let me show you around. Share screen. We have one planned next week. Member audit. Yes. Okay. Now, let me get back to the focus finder. Skill score. I would say, I mean, I'm not the world's best, you know, designer or something like that. I also don't think we have to go from that perspective, but maybe from the confidence perspective of your skill score. So I would give this a solid 10. And the demand score, I definitely think this is even 100 because people need it. A lot of people need it. Okay, so now we have two. We have one where it's a bit lower and we have one that is a bit higher. Now what is happening is if you would click on the top 5, you'd only have one. And that is because you would see the ones ranking the highest. I think I have set it up but with 8. I think if you have 7 or 8, and if you have everything below 7 or 8, it will be in the ideal collection, and everything above will be here in the top 5. This clears your head. You're going from boom, overwhelm, and having like your entire archive, which is nicely sorted. You know, you can always also refine. You always can you can always come back and change your skills score, passion score, or maybe the market has changed, so you can also change the demand score. That's totally up to you. That's totally fine. So yeah, always come back, always refine. That's totally fine. And then in the top 5, you have everything a little bit sorted, and you would see what you could execute on now and what you could, you know, leave behind for now. This is already a filter. This is not showing you the top number 1 thing that you should go in with. I think for this, if you would like to have more, you know, feedback on your idea, I think it makes total sense to seek support and guidance. And that's why I created the Human Branding Society. This is the place where you exactly get the support you need. Because here's the thing, something I have learned is we need the accountability. the support. And it's not a problem we can solve. It's nothing that is like, okay, check mark, I'm now focused, check mark, I am not task paralyzing anymore, or check, I am, not having so many ideas now and jumping from project to project and never finishing a project. I'm now there. No, of course, if you have ADHD, you can solve a lot through therapy and medication. But what at the end with the therapy, of course, you can, work on traumas. But when it comes to building a business and being productive and maybe, calling for the flow, how some people call it, I call it hyperfocus. This is the beauty of us. This is our superpower, the hyperfocus, us working hours on this one thing and being like, somehow, addicted, like I'm missing the word here, or whatever. So it's kind of like, this is what people want, right? The neurotypical brains. So for us, we can also create systems that can work for us, getting more focused, getting clearer in what we want to do, or when there's a project we want to work on, what makes now the most sense for us to work on, and what makes sense to work on later. So yes, that is basically it. I hope you take use out of the Focus Finder. Let me also show you where you can find it, because I think that will be also helpful. So let me show you exactly where you can take your own Focus Finder and copy. So you would go to the classroom in the Human Branding Society. I have linked the Human Branding Society also below. And you would go to Clarity Corner, also something we're going to additionally add more resources over time. So always come back with whatever course you're in or you opened. Always come back to the courses, because I'm upgrading them. I'm upgrading individual templates and planners and tutorials or trainings. Like, there will be also more things added. And I think it actually makes sense to come back every day, because I'm working every day hard to for you to see the fastest results. So we have here the Clarity Corner, and you can scroll down. This is the Focus Finder, and then you could press here. I have to see if you actually see what I'm seeing. You don't. Okay, let me show you the page. So I can show you. I think it's this one. For some reason it shows the second page and not this page, but this one. This is the page you would see, and then you would go in here and you would say duplicate here in the upper right. You would say duplicate, and you would make it your own, and this is how you can customize it. You can go into your next step. This is just for you to be a little bit more clear about what should happen next. But other than that, I hope you're truly using it, because it helps me a lot. It helps my one-on-one clients a lot. And so I can't wait to get some feedback from you on how the Focus Finder is affecting your productivity and your decision making. Look out for more resources. I have so many good templates and planners and even more resources already created for my one-on-one mentees and also for myself, because I'm using Notion every day in my business, in my everyday life. Like, Notion has become such an important tool for me, like my number one tool, in fact. So yes, so that was my first YouTube live. I hope you liked it. And yeah, I'm also live on Instagram, and I'm also live on LinkedIn. And yeah, if you are interested on joining the Human Branding Society, I have linked the link below, or I don't know, wherever you're watching, it will be there. Okay, have a nice day.